Hey, welcome to another episode of the greatest gaming news show on YouTube. That's right, episode 38 of the Nerf Report is here. I am here, and before we go any further, I just want to take a quick second and thank all of you. Everyone that sent me tweets, Facebook messages, private messages, DMs, text messages, emails, and checked in on me during what is the scariest week of my life. I am safe, I am healing, I'm bruised, scratched up, mentally I'm a little shook, but the important thing is I am here. And of course the show must go on. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Brian Chappelle. I am the host of the Nerf Report, and we have a jam-packed episode of gaming, geek, and nerd news to talk about. I mean, this week we found out that we are getting a ton of Star Wars movies. And I mean a ton of Star Wars movies. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds established themselves as the king of battle royales. Google is throwing their hat into the console war, and finally, with Valentine's Day right around the corner, I understand that people might be panicking because they don't know what to get their significant loved one, and I'm here to say, don't worry. We here at the Nerf Report have you covered. For the week of February 5th, this is the Nerf Report.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Valentine's Day is this week, and couples from around the world are rushing off to stores to buy flowers, generic cards, stuffed animals, and who knows, maybe some chocolate-covered strawberries. But if you're like me, then you know those gifts don't mean anything. You want to get something extravagant, something so special that it blows your lover's mind. Well, if you're like me, or if you've just run out of ideas this year and don't know what to get, don't worry, I've got you covered. Because this year, I would like to introduce the Nerf Report Valentine's Day cards. I mean, what better way to tell your significant loved one how much they mean to you by reminding them of the games that distract you from spending quality time with them. I probably should have thought that one through.
Hey girl, your legs are the only loot box I want to open. I like the way you grip those Joy-Cons. Wanna play? There's nothing micro about your microtransactions. Don't worry, my bed has crossplay. Pans block bullets. Outside the zone is blue. I'd kill 100 players to have a chicken dinner with you.
I am willing to go on record right now and say that those cards are going to make a ton of babies this year. Of course, you are more than welcome to use those cards, and if they work, please let me know. I'd love to hear it. Or even better, if you have a better gaming, geek, or nerd-inspired Valentine's Day card, let me know what it is in the comment section down below. This week, fans of Star Wars were given news that we didn't know we wanted, but when we got it, we were like, thanks? StarWars.com broke the news this week that Game of Thrones creator David Benioff and D.B. Weiss will be writing and producing a brand new Star Wars series. In a statement from Lucasfilm's president Kathleen Kennedy, she had this to say. David and Dan are some of the best storytellers working today. Their command of complex characters, depth of story, and richness of mythology will break new grounds and boldly push Star Wars in ways I find incredibly exciting. David Benioff and D.B. Weiss have done a fantastic job of adapting George R.R. Martin's Game of Thrones into a hit television series. So with a universe as massive as Star Wars is, where literally anything can happen, I for one am really interested to see their touch on the Star Wars universe. Disney CEO Bob Iger commented on the announcement by saying, their interest was in creating a series of films that are Star Wars based. We've actually been talking to them for a long time. To my knowledge, they didn't express interest in creating a television series. Now, Disney has never been a stranger for milking a franchise out of every last penny that it has. I mean, I'm not naming names, but Marvel! I mean, it was just last year that Disney CEO Bob Iger said that Lucasfilms has Star Wars movies planned into the 2030s. Movies like Solo, a Star Wars story that releases in theaters May 25th, 2018. Star Wars Episode 9, the final film of the Skywalker saga, will release December 20th of 2019. The Last Jedi director Rian Johnson has his own trilogy coming to the big screen, along with a rumored Obi-Wan Kenobi film and Boba Fett solo film, with the Benioff Wise Star Wars series being the latest addition to the massive list of Star Wars releases. On top of all of this, Bob Iger has also commented that Lucasfilms is working on multiple Star Wars TV series. So the question begs to be asked, is it possible to have too much Star Wars? Personally, I just think I'm used to the large gap in between Star Wars movies. I mean, from Episode 3 to Episode 7, we waited almost 10 years. So now that Disney's being like Oprah and
you get a Star Wars and you get a Star Wars,
it's just weird to me. But of course, I want to know what you think. What do you think of all the new Star Wars movies? What do you think they're going to be about? But more importantly, if you could direct your own Star Wars movie, what would it be about? Who would be in it? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. February is well on its way, and we are 2 months into 2018, the year of the Battle Royale. And Papa PUBG wanted to dust off its crown and remind the world how popular their early access was. Thanks to an infographic from PUBG Corp, we now know that PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds has sold 26 million copies worldwide. Overall, they served 130 million chicken dinners for a combined 2.7 billion hours of gameplay. In case you're wondering, that equates to 310,000 years. Over 10 billion bandages were used for healing, 2 billion care packages were delivered, 13 million players were killed by frying pan. The M416 came in as the most popular gun, having been used 55 billion times. And the UAZ comes in as the most popular vehicle with 6.6 billion rides. It's been a long time since we've talked about the console war here on the Nerf Report. I mean, the last time we talked about it, we talked about Sega fans trying to create a brand new console, the Sega Spartan. A 4K console that would bring Sega back into the console war. Well, it looks like now we have a brand new contender, the Google Project Yeti. According to The Information, they posted a report this week that said Google is working on a subscription-based gaming streaming service using Google's Chromecast device or a new Google-made console. Codenamed Yeti, the service would be similar to PlayStation Now, in which subscribers would pay a monthly fee to access a collection of games that are streamed over the internet. The services have been in development for 2 years, and Google reportedly considered releasing it during the holiday 2017 season. Unfortunately, The Information did not have a release date for Project Yeti, but E3 is right around the corner, and if I were a betting man, Google might announce something during that show. I mean, now we've got PlayStation, Sega, Nintendo, Microsoft, and Google. It's not sounding like a console war. It's sounding like a fight. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fight Night 38. My name is Brian Chappelle, and welcome to the Battle of the Consoles. Tonight's Tale of the Tape is brought to you by the Nerf Report. Tonight, Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, and Google all battle it out for console supremacy. And the one to watch tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is the Google Yeti. Hailing from Mountain View, California, a brand new streaming video game service, and if I was a betting man, my money would go on this one. Prepare yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Fight Night 38, the Battle of the Consoles, is coming right at you. And finally for this week, we come to my favorite segment, Nerfed in 60 Seconds. The rules to the game are simple. Every single week we have so much news to talk about and so little time to do it. So we take all the week's remaining news, put 60 seconds on the clock, and try to cover it as fast as humanly possible without running out of breath, passing out, or dying. Because I've come too close to death once this week, don't really want to do that again. Yeah, my mom's not going to like that joke. So with that in mind, let's put 60 seconds on the clock and go. Sega announced that we will be getting a brand new Sonic game at South by Southwest Gaming Expo in Austin, Texas. Dr. Disrespect made his long-awaited return to Twitch for an audience of 380,000 viewers. What I would give for those numbers. Joaquin Phoenix is in talks to play the Clown Prince of Crime. Nintendo announced that Toadstool's cap, well, that little mushroom's actually his head. It's not a hat, and that just blows my mind. E3 tickets go on sale this week, February 12th, so get your wallets ready. Surge 2 comes out in 2019. Next Call of Duty might be Black Ops 4, so put your cheers and tears in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Battlefront 2 is getting Clone Wars DLC, and I just want a Gungan skin. Please make that happen. We got a Venom trailer with no Venom. SpaceX sent a Tesla into space. Fortnite finally has a crossbow. Kingdom Hearts 3 is getting a Monsters Inc. world. Pogo introduced 100 brand new Gen 3 characters to its game. And GTA 5 sold 90 million copies worldwide. I think I did it. That is it for this week's episode of the Nerf Report. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit that like button. And of course, if it's your first time here, please subscribe to the channel. And more importantly, if you like what you saw, share it with your friends. As always, my name is Bryant Chappelle. You are you, and this has been the Nerf Report. Thanks for watching.